was first getting into, business, there were a bunch of different models and a bunch of different business infrastructures that I could have chose. I'm going to explain to you guys why I chose the business model that I did over anything else. Because nowadays, there's so many different business models and different business infrastructures that you could choose nowadays, like e-com, day trading, just a bunch of different virtual business models you could choose. And I'm going to explain to you why I chose the route, or why I went the route I did, and how it made me over $1 million at 22 years old, right? And when I got back in the business at, 23, day trading was getting huge. E-com was getting huge. And I was like, okay, I want to drop out of college, but what the heck do I do that's a legit business model, right? And come in 2023, I found the life insurance industry. And the reason I chose life insurance over, day trading, e-com, things of that nature is pretty simple. It's honestly a very simple choice to me. One is going to be the scalability of the life insurance industry, right? When you're looking at e-com, day trading, I wanted to build an actual business and own what I built, but I didn't want to sell courses. I didn't want to have to rely on income to sell courses. And there's just a bad rap around that stuff nowadays, especially in 2026 compared to 2023. There's so many business models that people look at as scam. And with life insurance, right, I bring guys onto my team. Insurance companies, they reward volume, right? They want more people to sell insurance because that's going to make them money. But when I bring guys in, I don't make anything if I don't get them paid, right? So I'm incentivized by the insurance companies to make my agents 10, 15, 20, 30 grand a month, because that not only gets them more business, right? That gets my guys paid and puts money in their pocket, because there's not a lot of people making 10, 15, 20 grand a month nowadays, especially at a young age. But that puts money in my pocket too, because there's something called an override, right? So if I have my agent make $10,000, and let's say I have a 20% spread on them, that's $2 grand in passive income in my pocket, which obviously my agents can scale up in comp as well. But at the end of the day, I'm putting money in their pockets, and more than most of them have ever seen in their life, which that only rewards me as well, right? So the scalability side of things, if I could bring 100 people in, teach them how to make 10 grand a month, and have an average spread of 20%, that's $200,000 a month I'd be making, and that'd be 100 people that I'm teaching to make 10 grand. So, and obviously I can bring in endless people and teach them how to make money, how to sell insurance. So it was just a no-brainer to me on the scalability side of things, right? Second is going to be the product. Selling something that actually genuinely matters, because there's two things guaranteed in life: death and taxes, right? Everyone's going to die, everyone pays taxes. And since everyone's going to die, I'm selling a product that everyone needs. So it's a need-based product, and it's a product, it's an industry that can't be saturated, because people are being born every day. You get a policy on someone who's not even 1 year old yet, and everyone's dying every day. So it's a product that everyone knows they need, because everyone knows they're going to die. The elixir of life hasn't been invented yet. So I chose the life insurance industry for the product, the scalability, and then third, ownership, right? You get into a lot of door-to-door spaces like pest control, solar, fiber, things of that nature. Unless you own the fiber company, the pest control company, the solar company, the agents don't, or the reps don't have any ownership. You're selling a product, and then when you're done selling, your income's done for, gone, right? So ownership in business is super, super, super important. Because without ownership, once you're selling, you're done. You have to get into investments like real estate, stuff like that, to bring you other passive income. With life insurance, you have something called residual income, right? So every single time you sell a policy, the insurance company advances you the first 9 months. You get months 10, 11, and 12 as long as the client stayed on the books. And then after the first year, you get a small residual until the client either stops paying on the policy or until they die, right? And so, you know, you're not going to be rich off residuals after 1 year, but after 3, 4, 5 years of selling, you pretty much have passive residual income for the rest of your life, right? And it's nothing crazy, but if you build and scale your book of business and build and scale a massive team, my mentor actually, I was just talking to him the other day about residual income. His residuals right now are a little over 30 grand a month, right? So the ownership part of things is super, super important. So now you have a vehicle that you can sell your book of business, but not only that, you're going to be building lifetime income. And the reason you want to get in the business is to end up selling your business in the future, because if not, you're genuinely just an employee and you're going to have to work until you die, you know, or work until you have enough investments to retire, right? Where in life insurance, you know, a jack of all trades is a master of none, right? So with life insurance, you can just focus on one thing, build that up, and then sell it for private equity down the line, right? And those reasons, the scalability side of things, building your team, building your business, the product, need-based product, and then the ownership part of it is exactly why I got into life insurance over everything else. And that's exactly why, or exactly how I made over $1 million at 22 years old. It's not easy, but if you put your head down, apply yourself, do all the right things, and have a good mentor leading you in the right direction, and someone you genuinely would trade places with, there's just no way that you don't make it. There's no way. But you do have to do all the right things, as well as you got to get someone to teach you how to do it. Like, that's how I made over $1 million at 22 years old.